Rennie looks back, fires home, taken high for a ball.
That looked like a cut fastball or maybe a slider, but didn't have much bite to it.
Last year, Roa hitting only .247, 14 doubles, 7 triples, though, and 15 home runs for 62 RBI, so quite the extra base hitter. Unloaded on that one, but that's going to go way foul. And it'll be a 1-1 count when we return to play.
And it hit the roof because I could hear the sound of the ball bouncing off that roof. I tell you, it wasn't many, many years ago, I'm going to say 30 years ago, that roof leaked. Thank God for the Friends of Bosse Field and the League of Its Own who repaired it.
Swing and a miss on that curveball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah.
Again, Rennie's curveball, more of that 12-6 action instead of the sweeping action. Nice little wind out there as it's blowing pretty steadily out toward left. It's the 1-2. And there it is again. Another swing and a miss, another strikeout. The third of the night already for Rennie.
And another curveball.
Another curveball.
So the curveball is working tonight. I would say that is his bread and butter pitch tonight. And when he gets himself in the jam, that's when he ought to use it.
So this will be Rodell Medina, the first baseman for the first time here tonight. At the plate. So Rennie keeps an eye on that runner at second, fires home the breaking ball right at the knees for a strike. Pinpoint control on that one. Goes back to it this time a little bit more away, and again catching the outer part of the plate for an 0-2 count now. Not only is he throwing it for strikes, but he's throwing it on all sides of the plate. The 0-2 on home. Try to go fastball. Got away from a little bit high and outside for a ball 1-2. It's opening night here at Bosse Field. Game number 1. Had a lottery ticket giveaway, courtesy of Hoosier Lottery. Post-game fireworks show to follow the conclusion of tonight's game, so fans can definitely stick around and enjoy that one. There'll be post-game fireworks also tomorrow night as well.
That was another curveball he just threw, and it was down low and inside, which is a good pitch, although the batter didn't bite at it.
Count now reads 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner at second. Rennie and Valorio. Looks like they come to an agreement as Rennie out of the stretch. And time's called.
Well, you had that runner on second base. How would you say it? McEachin? Is that how you pronounce it?
McEachern.
And anyway, he was bouncing out there on second base, and he disturbed Rennie on his concentration.
Rennie misses the zone. Count full, 3-2.
Now, I'm going to ask you, Preston, how would you call it? What would you throw on this pitch?
His go-to pitch that's worked the most effectively so far, and that's the curveball.
I would agree with you. Good call.
They could try to go that way, but May overthrew it. As it definitely broke down, but into the dirt for ball 4, and it'll be a walk. So it'll be first and second. 1 out for the Wild Things.
I noticed there's some fans out there in the Bud Light Lime patio. That is a good place to watch a ball game. Yeah, okay, so it's ball 1. It was a low and inside pitch on the first batter here. Polak Kyle Podak.
Returning player from the Wild Things a year ago. Pops it up on the 1-0. Shallow center who's going to go out and get it. That's Manny Cruz from second base to go out and get it. You had Wells coming in as well as Garner to help out. By a nice little play, they're looking up and kind of running awkwardly, trying to get to that ball. Manny Cruz at second base with the play.
Yeah, Cruz made the catch, and what I liked about this play, Preston, was Rennie got off that mound and ran and backed up the play at third base. That is what you call having your mind in the ball game. So we got 2 outs now. Mr. Hill, Mike Hill is the batter.
He bats from the left side, down and in for ball 1, taking.
You know, I wonder why our catcher, Louis, throws the ball back to the pitcher in the motion that he does. I don't like it, and I think it's bad, but...
It's outside, 2-0.
I was talking to my wife and my daughter, son-in-law, about that. If I was the manager and he threw that ball consistently back like that, the minute he goes into that flipping of his wrist... Oh, was that a ball?
Strike one.
Okay. But when he twists that wrist of his to throw it back, that's when I would have my runner on first go, because the shortstop and second baseman, they're not expecting it. And by the time the pitcher gets it, it's going to be that he's going to have to throw that ball on the run to either the shortstop or the second, whoever's going to cover it, and I think I would get a stolen base out of it.
Runners at first and second, 3-1 count, 2 outs. Mike Hill at the plate. Had only 214 in 85 games last season. And Rennie overthrows that one, so now he's trying to put a little too much behind it. That's a couple times now in the last couple batters where he's kind of spiked it into the ground, as the bases will be loaded after the walk. And Toby Thomas, the shortstop, will come in and try to settle down his pitcher.
You know, I just noticed something, Preston. There's leadership out there in that shortstop, going there and talking to the pitcher. No one else did it. Catcher didn't do it. Coach didn't do it. The shortstop did. He's probably the leader there.
And it's just interesting because, again, Thomas, one of the new players, going up to a returning player, an experienced player like Rennie. Good breaking ball again, right at the knees. Where it finishes, and it's a strike on the scoreboard. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Where he had good command of that curveball in that first inning, now it's being thrown low and outside. So he's lost his command of that particular pitch. In fact, when he walked the last batter, it was on a curve and low and inside.
Up and in on the hands for ball 2, 2-1 as he goes back to the fastball. Two-one. Off the end of the bat, foul, first base side, 2-2. Evansville, 65-66 all-time against Washington, including a 3-3 record a season ago. The two teams split the first series back in June last year, 1-1 before the series finale was suspended. The play resumed. Evansville split 2-2 here at the ballpark late July last year.
That was the curveball again on a 2-2 count, only it was a little high, but it had a good bite to it, only too high.
Count full, 3-2. This is Brett Marr at the plate, who has extended this at bat to the distance, 3 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs, bases loaded. Top of the second inning, the payoff Fly ball toward right. Coming in initially, but now going back. Now coming back in a little bit. Gardner. And he'll haul it in for out number 3. So Lucarini gets out of the bases loaded jam here in the top of the second inning from Bosse Field. We go to the bottom half of the second. And this is Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network presented by Crookermeyer & Kahn Jewelry Company.
Workers Local Chapter 16 would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at ibew16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Going to the bottom of the second inning from Bosse Field. Still scoreless between the Wild Things and the Otters here on the Otters Digital Network, powered by Crookermeyer & Kahn. With Bill McCune, Preston Lionbach here with you on tonight's call. We want to thank you, as always, for making us a part of your evening and tuning in to Evansville Otters Baseball. As Jeff Gardner will lead off the inning offensively for Evansville, the reigning home run champ. Led the league with 23 home runs, also driving in a league-leading 86 RBI last year, and he'll dig in from the left side.
Well, he got hit with the first pitch.
Doesn't really like it that much, as a couple looks over toward kind of him on the mound, and Garner, as you said, Bill, hit by the first pitch, and he'll head toward first base.
Well, it didn't hurt because he got hit in the gluteus muscle. Now, I hope I don't have to explain that.
The gluteus maximus area?
Yes, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
So with that, here's Travis Harrison. Going without the batting gloves, playing third base, batting behind Gardner. Ball one, down and away. Harrison, 6'2", 210, out of Fort Myers, Florida. And as the count goes to 2-0.
That's on the west coast, Fort Myers. That's where the Red Sox train, and I believe the Minnesota Twins. In 1969, when the Kansas City Royals, an expansion team in the American League, that's where we opened up our first spring training. I stayed at the Inn. We had a great party.
3-0 count. Cunningham out of the stretch from the first base side. Gets a strike over the plate to extend the at-bat 3-1.
I'll always remember that particular night because they had the Olympic walk champion, and I couldn't understand how you fast walking.
Speed, okay.
Yeah.
As Gardner just takes off, but it's a ball 4 anyway, so first and second, the first two have reached here in the inning for Evansville.
But we just saw something that I didn't see much of it in the past, but we did see it tonight. And that is Andy having the runner go on a 3-1 count. This gentleman just got released from the Washington team the other day, didn't he? And we picked him up because the coach recommended him.
This is Brandon Doolin playing first base. He was picked up just the other day, right before the exhibition game on Wednesday.
And I tell you, I like the kid we had there, Eldridge. I thought he was a pretty good, had good power.
Well, he's in the lineup. He's on deck. He'll be the designated hitter tonight, Eldridge.
Yeah.
Well, big swing there, but sliced foul, third base side, out of play.
You know, it was interesting. I noticed that young man that we were talking about, he pitched to one batter, and then he got on the DL list. He injured himself. Our 6'9", 300-pound pitcher.
High above the letters for ball 2-1 here to Doolin.
Mr. Cherry. You remember that? He threw and then he come off the mound, and now I notice he's on a 60-day injured list. I don't know whatever happened.
And this will go on a flare towards second, snap the bat a little bit as Doolin is retired.
He might have broke the bat on that one because that was a flare. It didn't have much at all.
Yeah, a splinter of that bat came off.
Oh, it did? Okay.
As here's Caleb Eldridge. You were just mentioning him. Here he is as the designated hitter tonight.
I think this kid's got one of the power hitters on this team anyway.
Eldridge, 6'2", 220 out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Last played for the Gulf Coast League Phillies.
I watched him in batting practice when they first reported here, and he showed some power. And then in one of the exhibition games, he hit a home run over the left field wall. In fact, I think he got 3 hits that day.
High for ball 2-0 here to Eldridge.
Oh, we certainly have the TV stations here tonight, all down there taking photos. It'll be on 9 o'clock news tonight.
Cunningham gets a strike and is 2-1. Again, the wind just keeps blowing out pretty steadily out toward left. One old strike high and away.
That was an off-speed change that Eldridge was ready to unload, and then he had second thoughts, but what a pitch that was. I bet that looked like a grapefruit coming in.
And Garner goes for third, and he'll take it.
Oh, yeah, my goodness. We are showing aggressiveness tonight on the base paths. Especially Gardner. That's the second stolen. Well, he doesn't get credit for the stolen bases because it was a walk.
Oh, yeah, the one towards second base. You are correct.
Right. It was a 3-1 count, and he went down, but it was a walk, so therefore it's not a stolen.
Full count. Now Harrison will go for second, ball 4, bases loaded for the Otters, 1 out. Just to kind of follow up that stolen base at third by Garner, last season he did have 10 stolen bases out of 12 attempts. He was only caught twice. So he's kind of just very selective on when he goes.
Yeah.
If he gets that good jump, he's going to take it. So here's Luis Valorio, the catcher. First at-bat of the night. Bases loaded, 1 out. Otters a chance to drive in the first run of the game as Valorio will bat from the right side.
This is a similar situation that we were presented with. And of course, here goes the manager out there.
So after a ball outside to Valorio, he's going to be a mean on the mound as Cunningham has seemed to kind of lost his control here a little inning.
Well, that conversation didn't last long. You know, as a former catcher, former coach, manager. It's always important for the manager or pitching coach, whoever comes out, to talk to the catcher and ask him what's wrong. I mean, you talk to the pitcher and he'll always say, hey, I'm okay, Skip. But you talk to the catcher, get the truth.
And after the meeting, first pitch swinging since the meeting, Valorio fouls it back to the rooftop. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out.
How many times have you ever known when a manager goes out and talks to the coach, pitcher, and he says, how do you feel? Oh, I'm okay, coach. I don't recall many ever saying, take me out. They will, oh, I can get him, Skip. I can get him.
That one was up at the letters inside, a tough one to handle. And a swing and a miss there by Valorio, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you call that one. That was right up by his neck inside, and he took a swing. I don't know why. That was a bad.
Breaking ball grounder through the right side hole into right field. Gardner will score, and that will be it, as it didn't get deep enough to score 2. But the Otters do take the early 1-0 lead. The first run of 2018 driven in by Luis Valorio.
First RBI of the season, and as Valorio goes down to first base, he was clapping at the same time. So he was proud of himself.
Garner touches home plate, as he kind of helped make that run happen by, again, just getting the second base bag initially by just a walk, but then getting the third. Here's Manny Cruz for the first time, the second baseman for Evansville. Looks at a ball high. It's 1-0 as Cunningham again has had a 1-2-3 inning in the first, just like Luke Rennie did, but both pitchers kind of have to work through some jams here in the second.
That's right. Yeah, Rennie had the same kind. The bases are loaded, and when he got out of it.
Swing and a miss from Cruz, 1-1, as that one looked to be down the middle of the plate, but could not quite make contact.
This young man here, Cruz, playing second as a man that filled that position for 4 years, and one of the best ball players that ever wore the outer uniform, Josh Allen. He is now with the St. Paul team.
Strike 2 called on Cruz on a pitch up and in, asking the umpire where that was. Says, okay, you say so. We'll move along here with the 1-2 count. Ooh, inside, forcing Cruz to spin away as that one was just above the belt. And it's 2-2.
You know, the Otters have had a history of good second basemen going back, you know, in their since their introduction into this league.
In on the hands, fouled away, and it'll get down before Medina can get to it. So Cruz battling here with a 2-2 count. Again, bases still loaded for the Otters, already with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch from Cunningham. Oh, it's a slow roller. It's going to be a tough play to get to. It will get the force at first on Cruz going down the line. But Harrison will score, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Otters, as the runners will also advance to second and third with 2 outs. So, again, just put the ball in play and see what happens. And, again, just a slow roller toward the side.
I'm going to ask you a question. Preston, how did you see it? If I was the catcher, I would have called for him to throw it home for the force. It's not a tag, it's a force. Mm-hmm. And when he fielded that ball, the runner was a good 15 feet away. He could have easily been the force play. Again, you know, that's a run. So it's 2-0.
It's also early in the game, so maybe you just make sure you at least get one.
Well, that's true.
If it's later in the game, I'm sure that probably goes home. Especially if it's a close game toward the end. As it's a 2-0 count to Ryan Long for the second time.
Of course, you know, being a Monday morning quarterback, it's always easy to sit here and give an opinion when you're not involved.
3-0 count. popped up. Foul territory, third base side, left of the Wild Things dugout and onto the roof.
Ooh, close.
No, it actually came back down and was sandwiched between the tarp and the wall.
Yeah, he could have possibly got it if he leaned over, but and whoever the player is just threw it back into the stands. So somebody got a foul ball. Anyway, Long got new life.
3-1 from Cunningham to Long. Ball 4. So the bases will be loaded once again for the Otters with 2 outs. Zach Wells will be the batter.
And I noticed no one is warming up yet, but I'll bet somebody. Yep, there goes somebody. There goes the catcher, 22 down, and 33 is going to warm up. It's a little late to have someone warming up now, when the...
Taking high to Wells for a 1-0 count.
I'm from the old school. When a guy gets in trouble, have someone warmed up. You don't have to use them, but have someone ready.
Strike called right down the middle, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, this is Cunningham, who was one of Washington's better pitchers last year and had a good first inning, but so far in the second has just not been able to find the strike zone. A few walks in this inning, and now falls behind 2-1 with that one going high above the zone. A little inside as well, maybe.
Well, if he walks this guy, they ought to have timeout.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Popped up toward the Evansville dugout. Will the wind blow it in? It will, and it will be caught by Pollock for out number 3. So Cunningham, a rough inning for him, but he gets out of it with only giving up the 2 runs. Bases loaded, stranded for the Otters. As we're through 2, the Otters lead 2-0 over Washington. This is Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer & Kahn Jewelry Company.
Broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
2-0 lead for the Otters through 2, going to the 3rd. Here on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer & Kahn. The Otters will face the Washington Wild Things tomorrow. First pitch will be at 6:35 p.m. from Bosse Field here in Evansville, Indiana. You can follow along at FrontierLeague.com or by following the Otters on social media via Twitter and Facebook. Tomorrow's game will feature Vanderburgh County's Bicentennial Night at the Otters, celebrating Vanderburgh County's 200th anniversary along with a post-game fireworks show. Tomorrow is also Girl Scout night for pre-registered Girl Scouts to camp out in the outfield. For tickets to the next Evansville Otters home game tomorrow night, May 12th from Bosse Field, call 812-435-8686 or order online at evansvilleotters.com or stop by the Bosse Field box office.
And Sunday's ball game is at 2:05. So that's unusual. We normally always play it at a 5 o'clock game. So we have to alert our fans to a 2 o'clock game.
Schedule mostly this year changing to 2 o'clock starts on Sundays, besides one late in June when the Miners come to town. That'll be a 5:05 start. As Rennie's on the mound, falling behind 2-0 here to Harris.
And don't forget, Sunday is Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Also here at the ballpark will be Family Day. Families can come take advantage of the family package deal for $40. Get 4 general admission tickets, a couple inflatable passes, as well as vouchers for the concessions, including snow cone, popcorn, hot dog. A 2-1 count here to Harris. Fly ball, deep left center field. Wells will give chase, but it will fly out. That wind carried that one over the left center field wall by the G.D. Ritzy sign. James Harris has cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1 with that solo home run by Harris. A season ago, Harris batted .299 in 46 games, but did drive in 25 runs. And he'll drive one. He'll drive himself in with that home run.
You know, I did not see the ball because I wasn't watching the ball. I was watching Wirtz. And all I kept watching him do was run to that fence knowing it was deep. And did you see him leap up over that fence? My God. I bet if it was close, he would have caught it.
He definitely gave it a try, like you said, going over about halfway up on that fencing.
He did. It was like he had a ladder to climb up. That shows you he's in that game. I like that when you see that ball player do things like that.
Here's Fennell, 1-1 count. Grounder through the right side into right field for a base hit. So Washington now starting to find their offensive rhythm, and Valorio goes out to talk to Rennie. And you mentioned Valorio behind the plate, catching, and obviously his throwing motion back to the pitcher, but this is the first game, besides the exhibitions, but really the first true test for these pitchers like Rennie, and who is a returning player, but they got to have a different partner behind the plate this year. There's no Dane Phillips, there's no Colton Yamaguchi. It's a new guy, and they got to build that chemistry. Swing and miss, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, one of the problems the Otters had last year, and I noticed it the other day too, and that educational day with one of our pitchers, a starting pitcher, and that is we give the runners on first too much of a jump. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do again this year. That it's a matter that a pitcher cannot get in a routine that you do the same thing over and over. If I was a coach on first or a runner, and I studied it, I know when to steal.
The 1-1 count here to Roman Collins. The batter foul, first base side, as it will just trickle along the grass.
Now, what I'm referring to is the pitcher the other day. What was it? Let me see. It was Forrest. He would look home, glance over the first, then go back home, never go back to first, and that's when the runners would take off.
So that one sails high and wide for ball two. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
And if you notice, they were even stealing third base. Because, again, once you get the routine and you establish it, boom, take advantage.
Sure, he tried to go back to the breaking ball, but couldn't quite get the command right, and it's 3-2.
You know, a lot of people say, well, baseball's a boring game. No, it's not. It's an exciting game. It's an intelligent game. And you need to, people are always thinking how to take advantage. See.
Runner goes. Ball 4 should be the call, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
As there'll be a walk first and second now with no one out here for the Wild Things.
See, now this is where Max should go out and talk to him. You got a home run, then you had a walk, and you had a base hit. So 3 runners, 3 batters, all got on. There's no outs. He had a bad first inning. Go out now and slow him down. Talk to him.
Batter will be McEachern, who's playing second base today defensively and already up for his second plate appearance. Ooh, took a big rip at that one. Ball high in the zone. That'll be a swing and miss for strike 1.
Well, he got that double to left center. He put some wood on it.
I think he was trying to hit that one a little bit further than just the left center gap, the way he took that swing. He was unleashing his. Now he'll send one to right, and Gardner cannot make the catch as it gets by him. Right in front of the right field track, Wells comes over to help. 1 run will score from second, and this game is tied 2-2.
Got to be a double. See now, again, that's 4 batters in a row. Been on. 2 base hits, a home run. You got to go out there and talk to this guy.
So it's a 2-2 game. Top of the 3rd inning now. Hector Roa, the batter.
So now it's a tie game, 2-2. But look at up the scoreboard. 4 hits.
Breaking ball. Swung on a missed up in the zone. So that one was about letter high, maybe just a tick or 2 below letter high. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. .12-6 breaking ball, swung on and missed. Offering at that one, Hector Roa falls behind 0-2. We saw the first time up, he is a free swinger, and he is free swinging again in the second at bat. We're going to try to go back to the breaking ball. Blocked and up the third base line by Valorio. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2.
No argument on that. That was low outside. The batter didn't go after it, so appealing to the umpire, it's all right, but it was fruitless. Seemed to slow the game down.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's kind of right now, it's been a slow game with walks and bad pitches and.
Again, the count 2-2 with a 2-2 score. Top of the 3rd inning. No one out. Second and third for the Wild Things. Up and in. Ball 3, 3-2.
Now, if he walks this batter, first of all, someone should be warming up. That's number 1. I've been preaching that for years.
He gets the strikeout as that one dropped in, and Roy just looked at it for strike 3. Big out there for Rennie. As that's the first out here in the inning with Medina coming to the plate.
He walked the last time up.
First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, we got a nice crowd here tonight. It's opening night.
Liner just past the glove of Rennie, and it will sneak into center field.
2 runs.
2 runs.
He's out.
Only 1 run will score.
What a throw. Wow.
McErchern is cut down at the plate.
Again, there comes Upwards with a beautiful throw right on the money.
Zach Wells coming in from center field to field that one, and like you said, right on the nose with that throw to Valorio, and help guide him with that tag, even though he was there in plenty of time. And there's 2 outs. The 1 run does score to give Washington a 3-2 lead.
Yeah. I tell you, how many hits have we had this inning? 1, 2, the home run is 3, 4 hits. And 1 walk.
Kyle Pollock to the plate. Runner at first. Low and away for a strike. Strike 2. Looking at both of those first 2 pitches, Pollock at the plate. 0-2 count as both of them were toward the outer half from Rennie. Goes up high, missing above the zone, and it's 1-2.
Yep, 2 runs or 3 runs scoring. I'm looking at the runner on first. I'm kind of studying him. The other guy that stole gave himself away. He's going to. No, he didn't.
Breaking ball has some sharp movement. Rennie thought he might have strike 3, but it's just downstairs. 2-2 the count. Rennie thought he had that as he took a couple steps toward the dugout. Now he'll reset with the runner at first. 3 across already in the inning for Washington. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Luke Rennie. And that will end the inning. But as I mentioned, 3 runs scored for Washington. They'll take the 3-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the third from Bosse Field. The Otters due up to bat. This is Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn.
Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Coming back on the Evansville Otters Digital Network presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn. Bill McCune, Preston Leinenbach, 3-2 our score. Going to the bottom of the third. Washington, their visitors, leading the Otters. Krickemeyer and Kahn, and celebrate your first friend, best friend, and your lifetime friend, your mother. Express your love and appreciation with an exclusive gift from Krickemeyer and Kahn. And as you mentioned earlier, Bill, Mother's Day coming up in just a couple of days on this coming Sunday.
Yeah, and going to Krickemeyer and Kahn to get a little gift for your mother would be great.
If my mom's listening, don't get any ideas. There's no guarantees. You're going to get something. Just don't set the expectations too high. As Toby Thomas is the batter for Evansville, and it's a 1-1 count.
I tell you, so far I like this young man. I don't know much about him, but whatever, I like him.
And he'll lace one into center field for a base hit to lead off the inning for the Evansville offense.
Now that's he got 3 hits the other day, Thursday in that exhibition game. So he's on a pretty good hitting streak.
So here's Jeff Garner, hit by a pitch the first time up on the first pitch he saw tonight. He'll return to the batter's box, maybe looking for a little revenge. Throw over to first. Thomas head first slides safely in. For Gardner, we mentioned his offensive numbers last time up for 2017, but defensively, I mean, not too shabby either. And besides that, he ate up a lot of innings in right field, playing 654 in a third innings played a year ago, 121 putouts, 5 outfield assists. And he'll put this one toward the left field corner. Thomas is on his horse, but he'll stop at third. Gardner on his way to second, standing up. So the first two, once again, on board for Evansville at second and third base.
Yeah, I saw that slicing down the left field line, and I wondered whether he was going to get it or not. And then I watched Andy, the way Thomas was coming across, and Andy did the right thing of holding him up because he would have been thrown out easily at their own plate. So it was a good call, good hit, and we got runners on second and third and no outs.
And that's the biggest thing. With no outs, why push it? Try to maybe build up some momentum here with runners on base and scoring position both. Travis Harrison now at the plate, looks at a ball going down and away.
Now, you're right in that call. Why take a chance when there's no outs and a runner's on third? You don't want to be taking any chances.
Above the letters, the OTTERS on the jersey of Harrison, and it's ball 2. That one's low, 3-0 to Harrison.
Well, let's see if this guy gets up and starts warming up again. If he walks in, someone should get up and warm up again. Ooh.
I don't think either one of them do with the two.
I think that was a courtesy strike. And everyone was ready to go down to first base, and I think the umpire said, "Oh, wait a minute, let me call a strike."
I think even Harrison was waiting for the strike, called, didn't get it, then started taking a step, and then the umpire called it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That one's in the dirt for ball 4, so no one out. Base is loaded for Evansville.
So Ours has got 2 walks so far, and here comes the big man, Brandon Doolin.
For Doolin, 6'3", 230 at Lee Summit, Missouri. Last play with the Canopolis Intimidators. Hope I'm saying that city name right. Pass from the left side. Where's the shin guard on the front foot?
Now, our other first baseman is also on the DL, Carlos. Another, got an awful lot of people on the DL.
And a grounder sharply hit toward first on a second for 1. Back to first. Safe. As Cunningham had trouble, finding the bag with his foot, and therefore could not quite look the baseball into the glove.
Now the run scores, so the game is tied. But I'll tell you, even if, in my opinion now, even if the pitcher had kept that ball, he would have been safe because he didn't have his foot on the bag.
He couldn't find it. He was doing that little toe tap around there trying to find it.
Right. That's why he might have dropped the ball, because he was toe tapping, doing the Fred Astaire.
So with the runner scoring, it's a 3-3 game, tied once again. Eldridge looks at a pitch inside for ball 1.
Boy, it'd be nice if Eldridge could hit 1 home run. That'd give us a 3-run lead.
So he awaits the 1-0 from Cunningham.
Ooh,
Call the strike inside. Must have just caught a piece of that plate.
There's that 33 warming up again. 33. That is, I don't have a 33. Is that 33 or 23? Let me see.
Eldridge looks at a 1-2 count. Valorio on deck. Down and in, knee high, but again inside. Ball 2, 2-2 count. The 2-2. Swing and a miss from Eldridge. He strikes out swinging, and there's out number 2. This Valorio will come to the plate. Maybe looking at a drive was right now would put the Otters ahead. It's a tie to 3. First pitch swinging, popped up, foul territory, third base side, giving chase, and just in front of the fencing on the third base side and near the Pitnick field box areas, the third baseman, Mike Hill, makes the catch for out number 3. So through 3, we're tied at 3 here at Bosse Field. We're going to the 4th. This is Evansville Otters baseball on the Kirk Otters Digital Network.
Inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 business days before any digging project. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Sheet Metal Workers Local 20 and SMACNA, the Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, have the most qualified sheet metal and HVAC contractors in the Evansville area. To find a list of our qualified union contractors, visit unionsheetmetalindustry.com.
Going to the 4th, tied at 3 between Washington and Evansville. This is Otters baseball on the Kirk Otters Digital Network. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course has the best golf rates in town, now offering 18 holes with a cart for just $18. Don't forget the $1 drafts and $5 pitchers of ice cold beer. Come and visit the Bolt Thunderbolt Pass, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
That's close to where I live.
So as we resume play with Bill McCune, Preston Leinbach here on the call. Luke Rennie, a curveball for a strike to Mike Hill in the batter's box. And it's 0-2. So once again, Rennie at times has jumped ahead with a couple 0-2 counts here tonight. Goes up high with the fastball. And it's now a couple times where he's missed high with that fastball tonight.
Luis has got to do better. You see, he's making that pitcher. He makes that pitcher work in the stretch, and he lobs that ball back, and that is not good baseball. It's a wonder someone didn't say something to him.
Foul back. 2-2 count still.
You see what Rennie just did? Rennie was walking back, and then Lewis threw the ball back. Rennie had to stop, bend down by his shoes to pick the ball up. Back in 1949, I was in the high school state championship game, and the pitcher, Allie O'Connor, same thing, left-hander. Only I didn't lob the ball back. Strikeout.
As Rennie gets another.
He's got 6 strikeouts. But anyway, Allie O'Connor, he started walking back when I was throwing the ball, and lo and behold, I bounced it, a runner scored. I always remember that.
So 6 strikeouts for Rennie so far here tonight. As this is Marr at the plate. Strike 1 on the board.
Here's that curveball. He's thrown it in 2 different ways. If you notice, it's a sweeping curveball, and then it's a sinking curveball.
As it counts 1 and 2.
Now we got 2 strikes on that batter, and I've got a foggy throat tonight. I'm drinking lemonade, in case you're interested, brisk juice drink.
Grounder toward Thomas across the diamond for out number 2.
I know we talked about it before the other day about Thomas playing shortstop. And there was a case again where it was slightly a step or 2 to his left, or to his right, I'm sorry. And he got his body in front of it, made a nice play instead of backhanding it, like shortstop should. You know, when you were young, they always taught you, get your body in front of the ball. Put the glove down on the ground.
Fly ball to left. Long initially going back. Now it comes in quite a ways. But he'll get there in time for the catch. And now number 3. As that's the end of the top half of the 4th. Still tied at 3. Rennie, a nice little inning there. Going to the Otters half of the 4th. Right after this on the Otters Digital Network. Presented by Kruckermeyer and Kahn.
Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple. Treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
Coming back on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Crookemeyer and Kahn. Reminder to stay up to date with the latest from the Evansville Otters by visiting EvansvilleOtters.com and subscribing to the Otters e-newsletter by clicking newsletter on the EvansvilleOtters.com homepage. Also, don't forget to follow the Otters on Twitter at Eville Otters, on Instagram at Evansville Otters, and like the Evansville Otters on Facebook. Plus, get all the latest news, updates, and promotional schedule at EvansvilleOtters.com. Post all the pictures you take at tonight's game using our team hashtag, YouOughtaBeHere. You can also download the Otters mobile app for free on the App Store or Google Play by searching Evansville Otters. To the bottom of the fourth with Bill McCune, Preston Lineback 3-3 game. Manny Cruz at the plate, and it looks like an 0-2 count.
Still got plenty of time to come on out to the ball game. It's a 3-3 game. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Still got plenty of time.
Taking a ball, and it's 1-2.
And reminding folks that we'll be on 91.5 tomorrow night.
Will be available on both platforms tomorrow night.
Yep, both platforms.
WEV 91.5 FM as well as the Otters Digital Network.
And I wonder if Paul Mattingly will be with us in University of Evansville. Good old Paul.
He texted me just a little while ago. He's listening. He's watching us. He's multitasking. There's UE baseball also in action tonight, so he's kind of doing both.
Oh, they are. University of Evansville.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they playing?
Indiana State. They went to Terre Haute today.
Oh, they're in Terre Haute. Oh, okay.
As
Wes isn't having a good year this year, is he?
It's been a tough year. A lot of young guys try to build a squad around as Cruz gets a walk to first base.
Wes Carroll.
We saw the Aces here at the ballpark on Wednesday. They were helping us out for our Education Day.
Yes, I noticed that. They had those purple shirts.
And it's Ryan Long with the third at-bat, high and away for a ball, 1-0.
Well, let's see, Cruz. We've had several attempts at stealing.
2-0 count now to Long. And
Andy's given a lot of signs down there. This would be a good call to pitch. Assuming now it's going to be a fastball down the middle.
Throw over to first.
Your chances of getting a fastball, I would say, would be 10-1 on a 2-0 and a 3-1 count.
Strike called, too long, 2-1. So he really established himself as a good leadoff guy last year for the Otters.
Oh, he did.
Getting on base and taking walks.
I was going to say he got quite a few walks last year.
Just working the count.
Yeah, he did. He only swung at strikes, if I recall. And that's why he got as many walks as he did.
Still a 2-1 count. It's Cunningham a little concerned with Cruz at first. The pitch home. And inside, I guess, for ball 3. Pollock had to move his glove quite a bit, which might have influenced the umpire's decision to call that a ball inside.
And Andy gave some different signs down there, and we've seen on the stealing on a 3-1 count. He's going. Yeah,
and it's going to be fouled back by Long.
I'll tell you know, a guy when they're going to steal, 90 times out of 100 they give themselves away. And now we've just seen it. Andy has sent the 2 runners on a steal with a 3-1 count, something he didn't do in the last few years. But aggressive baseball. He's got the speed, utilize it.
Throw over to first, getting the count 3-2.
You know, I was noticing Washington last year, 32 triples. 32 triples. That's a walk.
As the runner was going, but ball 4.
No stolen base. But anyway, Washington had 32 stolen bases. We had 17, and I think Josh Allen had maybe 7 or 8 of those. But at the same token, I remember in 2006, there was one player on Washington alone that had like 9 triples. That's unbelievable. One player, 9 triples. That was in 2007.
Zach Wells now to the plate after the walk to long. And that one misses, so pitcher visit on the mound here.
Good catchers always go out and talk to their pitchers when they're in a jam. And, we got a new guy warming up. It's not 23 anymore. It's a left-hander. Number 4. I got the binoculars and I still can't see.
It's a 2-0 count here to Wells.
5.
Inside, ball 3. As Cunningham just has kind of lost his control here.
Frank Tremarco is warming up, left-hander. Strike 1. 3-1.
Strike was called. Wells taking all the way on a 3-0 count.
Now let's see if Andy sends them down second and third. I wouldn't put it that way. But he did.
Cruz was going. It was not a double steal attempt as...
Double play.
Yep. Snow coned it on the back end as it was caught on a foul ball back toward the netting. Pollock catches it, basically literally riding the netting almost, and throws it back down to second to get Cruz, who again, like you mentioned, took off running for the double play. As the runner still stands at first base, though, and Ryan Long, but there's 2 outs, and that wipes out the runner in scoring position. This will be Toby Thomas' chance at the plate, maybe.
That killed the big rally that we had working. Now, where I don't know, Cruz, it didn't.
First pitch swinging, fouled. And that'll go toward the right field picnic area, off the tint.
I could see Cruz's aggressiveness in trying to steal, but on the pop fly, should have hustled back to second base. I mean, he just stood on third. And then when the catch was made, then he ran. That's dumb baseball. Here's another.
Thomas will line out to center field right toward Harris.
Good contact on that, though, hitting.
As that will end the 4th frame from Bosse Field. Still tied 3-3 between Washington and the Otters. This is Evansville Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Kruckermeyer and Kahn.
Is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Going to the 5th inning here from Bosse Field, tied at 3 between the Wild Things and the Otters. It's opening night here for the Evansville Otters from Bosse Field. Game 1 of 96 in the regular season. Luke Rennie back out to the mound as the Otters will look to shut down the Wild Things offense, who did strike for 3 back in the top of the 3rd.
That was a curveball in the dirt, and it's ball 1. I don't know where I picked up that frog. Well, I guess I went through Garvin Park.
It's 2-0 now. The 2-0, call the strike, 2-1. This one from Fennell will go just foul in that far left field corner.
I tell you what, it wasn't foul by much. But Mr. Long did get over there very quickly. Wouldn't have made the play if it, if it was fair, he wouldn't have made the play. And that pitcher is still warming up. Would you suppose that that he may be coming in next inning? I mean, generally, if a pitcher once the inning finishes, they generally sit down.
And a called strike 3, rung up on strikes. And Fennell thought he had ball 4, but he will take his walk back to the dugout instead. So Rennie with another strikeout. And with 1 down on the scoreboard, this will be Roman Collins digging in. If you're a foul ball first base side, it's a 0-1 count. Sharp breaking ball that drops in for a strike. That one I think had the most movement we've seen all night.
Yeah.
It felt like it came out of the sky. Goes back to it, foul back as Collins able to just get a piece.
Identical pitch.
The 0-2. Breaking ball, foul back. Both bullpens now active. Evansville with a right-hander up and tossing. So Rennie looks in, gets a sign, the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
You know, it's funny. Washington, I can remember a couple of years ago there was a situation where the manager...
This one's popped up, and it looks like it'll get out of play over the rooftop.
It was a situation with a manager, and I don't recall whether he was fired or what. But there were two coaches, and both were looking forward to being named the head coach or head manager.
Swing and a miss. Guess what? It's Uncle Charlie once again for the strikeout from Luke Rennie. Here's out number 2. That pitch has been working for him most of the night.
Anyway, there was a big discussion, and the coach who thought he would get the job, he was like the head coach, and he didn't get it. The other guy got it, and the other coach quit.
So after the 8th punch out of the night by Rennie, a grounder from McUrchin to second, and the play will be made by Cruz for out number 3. As we are halfway home from Bosse Field, going to the bottom of the 5th, but still tied at 3-3 between the Otters and the Wild Things here on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn.
And we're having that new pitcher come in.
Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16 jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at ibew16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We're a proud sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Coming back on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn. New pitcher into the game for Washington. Tied game at 3-3 going to the bottom of the 5th. As he'll be a left-hander on the mound for Washington. Can't quite make out who this is. Looks like it'll be a number.
Frank Tremarco.
Left-hander. 6'2", 205 lefty out of Merrick, New York. With Bill McNoon, Preston Lineback, we thank you for joining us here tonight on the Evansville Otters Digital Network.
Yeah, we had mentioned earlier that he was warming up while the Otters were batting, which is unusual unless he was going to come in. Well, he did come in. And I tell you what, that frog is really, he must be raising a family in my throat.
Might have to go borrow some of Zane Clodfelder's cough drops.
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Jeff Garner to lead off the inning for Evansville. He's reached base twice here tonight. Hit by a pitch. Back in his first plate appearance. Kind of not the ideal way that he wanted to start. And then also a hit with the run scored tonight so far for Garner. Ooh, that one's up and in.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff got hit with the first pitch in the gluteus moxis, as you mentioned. And then he doubled down the left field line. And then he stole third.
A little salt in the wound for the Wild Things based on the night that he's had so far at the plate. It's a 1-0 count. And there's your strike. 1-1. High and away, 2-1.
Well, those first 3 innings were kind of long with a lot of walks, a lot of base hits, a lot of run scoring. But the 4th and the 5th have been kind of fast, moving steadily.
Swing and a miss from Gardner as he tried to connect on the 2-1, and it's now 2-2.
So that starting pitcher, Cunningham, he leaves with no decision, which might be a good gesture on the manager's part.
High and away, count full to Gardner, 3-2. Gardner underneath this one to center field. Coming in hard, Harris. Now he'll ease up as he reaches up for the catch. Gardner's retired. And 1 away for the Otters in the bottom of the 5th.
And Mr. Harrison is up, and he has walked twice.
Harrison at the plate. 0-1 count. Now 1-1. Harrison so far with a pair of walks tonight to get on base with a run scored.
Yep.
Swing and a miss for Harrison, and it's 1-2.
That was right down the middle. You couldn't have asked for a better pitch than that. Swing was good. Pitch was good. It just didn't make contact.
One
Strike
ball, 2
3.
strike pitch. Strike 3 called. And there's out number 2 with the strikeout of Harrison.
If I'm not mistaken, that first game that, I don't know if it was the first educational game or the village, but I believe Mr. Harrison struck out twice in that game. I should have brought my, that's a strike.
Swing attempt made by Doolin at the plate. And it's 0-1 as he could not make contact.
He was trying to get out of the way of a high pitch and actually continue to swing.
Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It looks like this pitcher, Tim Marco, he kind of slings that ball. If you notice, it's a left-hander with a loose arm, low three-quarters delivery. It's like a slinging motion.
Count now moves to 2-2 with 2 outs. Taken low, 3-2.
And then look at the way he throws that glove up in front of his face.
Grounder foul, first base side. And we'll keep the count the same. And that count being full, 3-2.
I notice, Preston, when he's going to look to the catcher for the sign, See how he throws that glove right up in front of his face? I've never seen that before.
Swing and a miss. Chase one high, and Doolin almost wanting to break his bat, but he holds off. As that will end the fifth. Still tied at 3 from Bosse Field on opening night 2018. This is Otters Baseball on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
Broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
As we are back here on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, powered by Krookemeyer and Kahn. 3-3 contest going to the 6th. New pitcher in for Evansville, one of the newcomers, Randy Wynn. Wears number 9, 6'2", 190, the right-hander out of Santee, California. He'll take the baseball after the start made through 5 innings for Luke Rennie here tonight for Evansville.
You know, all I've watched him do is throw fastballs. I don't know what kind of, does he have a curve, a slider, or a forkball? He just threw fastballs when he warmed up. We'll have to just judge as we see.
Pitch from Wynn. Grounder towards short to Thomas. Off the bat of Roa. Across the diamond. Out at first base.
And there's that Thomas again, moving over, getting his body in front. I like that kid. I'll tell you right now. He's my boy.
And there's one away with Medina coming to the plate. Wynn fires on the strike. Like you said, he definitely has the fastball. He can definitely put a little bit behind it.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good fastball. On that pitch that the kid hit to short, that's another one. It looks like he throws a cut fastball. It has a little movement, but yet not that much of a slider. So, we'll have to see.
The 0-2.
Now that one, I don't know if that's a slider or a curveball.
So it goes down and away into the dirt for a ball, 1-2 the count.
That's a fastball there. It's pretty good velocity. Now look, see that Louis? He made that pitcher jump off that mount again. Louis, you got to throw that ball back with a little zip.
Swing and a miss, a strikeout. Medina for a win. 2 out, 2 down so far here in the top of the 6th. And it's Kyle Pollock, the catcher for Washington, to the plate now.
fastball. Look at that. Louis, I tell you what, someone's got to talk to him about throwing that ball back. Now, that's twice he has made that pitcher work. And you're not supposed to, the pitcher throws enough work, works hard enough throwing that he don't need to worry about how to field.
0-2 here to Pollock. Pollock tonight 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. Curveball, strike 3 call for Randy Wynn. Nice little debut for him, at least his regular season debut.
2 strikeouts.
2 strikeouts. To the bottom of the 6th, right after this, tied at 3 between Washington and Evansville on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickmeyer and Kahn.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Going to the bottom of the 6th from Bosse Field, tied at 3 between Washington and Evansville. Caleb Eldridge to lead off the inning on the Otters Digital Network, powered by Krickmeyer and Kahn. Bill McCune, Preston Leinenbach here with you tonight. Thank you for joining us here tonight for Evansville Otters baseball opening night from Bosse Field. Trimarco back out on the mound as he throws the ball high and away to Eldridge for a 1-0 count.
It looks like so far this year, and again, I'm talking about the exhibition games, and tonight, it looks like Eldridge is going to be the DH.
Grounder deep down up the line, first base, but Medina is able to backpedal, get the ball, and then take it to first base for the out.
Yeah.
Here's Valorio, the catcher.
Got the first RBI of the season with that. Remember the last one you said it was up around his chin and he swung at it and missed? The last time he was at bat, he just did the same thing now. Anything high, he chases.
He'll send this one to opposite field, and he'll get down for a base hit. So back-to-back at-bats, Valorio has reached base.
Yeah, he got the base hit between second and first, and now he gets a blooper to right field. So both hits were to the right side of the infield, or to the field. Now I would be bunting to move him over because I don't know about Luis's speed. I don't know about Cruz, but I would be bunting at this time of the game. And he's not. Look at the third baseman playing deep. Perfect bunt.
One to Cruz. Up and in. Just below the chin, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I guess Andy, with 1 out, Andy don't want to take the chance. But you got Long coming up. I would have gambled.
Tremarco holding the glove up at the chin, then comes set. The 2-1. Low to Cruz, 3-1.
Let's see, Cruz. Played with Fargo Moorhead last year. That would have been in the American Association.
Yes, this is a fly ball to right. And it's caught for out number 2, the right fielder for Washington. Hector Roa had to circle around just a bit, but able to make the catch. As this will bring up Ryan Long. So with 2 outs, runner at first, Long, the first pitch he sees in this at-bat, runner goes, low throw, ooh!
Oh, my God!
Pollock nails Tremarco on an attempt to throw down a second to catch the runner stealing.
He got him right in the face. Right in the face.
You don't normally see that happen too often.
It was a bad throw, low. Oh, I'll tell you what, he got up. Look at him. Luis got a stolen base anyway.
In the meantime, he's got to retuck in the jersey and
yeah.
do a little wardrobe maintenance.
You normally don't see that either on a normal baseball field. You might do it in the locker room or dressing or in the dugout, but you don't do it on second base where you're in public display.
Well, he did.
He did, yeah. Well, you know, it's like when I was back in Germany during the occupation, and it was amazing when people had when nature called, they just got out of the car, no matter where.
And Long, and he'll get down. Here comes the runner from second, Valorio. He scores an RBI double for Ryan Long. As that one snuck underneath the glove of Roa and Wright, as I think he was a little indecisive where to slide forward or to let it bounce.
Yeah, he was undecided. You called it. And by being overcautious, he allowed it to get through him. But the Otters benefited.
The Otters score. The Otters take the lead. It's 4-3. And so here's Zach Wells to the plate.
Yeah, Wells has popped up every time so far tonight, and he's a pretty good hitter. He's got some power for his size, believe it or not.
See, takes a strike up and in. He thought he might have that one a little inside, but it's a strike halt. Hanging breaking ball, but late on it as it goes first base side into the seats. And that's a loose ball for some lucky fans to chase after down in those field box seats. And the count 0-2. Up and in for a ball is going a little bit further inside in that first pitch of the at-bat that was called a strike.
Well, I guess Louis adjusting his shirt really paid off. Gave him
a little extra speed or something. That one's hit over the rooftop foul.
He cut down on the wind.
Took the cape in a little bit further.
Yeah. That might be the headlines of tomorrow's paper. Louis scores from second, fixing his belt.
Little excuse me swing that will roll
fair. It's going to go
foul. He picked it up.
Yeah, he picked it up in time. Otherwise, Wirtz had him a base hit because Wirtz was down there.
Little pause and play here. Wills returns to the batter's box. Chance to remind you that when you can't make it to Bosse Field, the Otters Digital Network, brought to you by Crick Con, allows you to watch every regular season home game free of charge no matter where you are. The Otters Digital Network is the streaming home for your hometown team. To view games on ODN or for additional questions, go to EvansvilleOtters.com and click Watch Live. It's now 1-2 count here to Wells.
It'd be a good place to stop off and get your mother a little gift. If you're in they're located off Burkhart Road, isn't it?
Burkhart Road on Evansville's east side.
Yeah. Nice building they have.
The 1-2 from Tremarco. Up and in, 2-2. So he keeps going up and in to Wells, the right-handed batter.
I'll tell you, Long's got a good chance to steal third the way when you look at where the second baseman and the third and the shortstop is.
Foul tip back to the netting. Look back to second. The 2-2. Called strike three. Belt high just on the inner half of the plate. And his long strain at second, but he does put the Otters ahead with that RBI double. And the Otters lead 4-3 going to the seventh from Bosse Field. This is Evansville Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network presented by Crick Con.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Gironi's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Gironi's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Gironi's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Gironi's.
You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 business days before any digging project. So before you do this, or this, Make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Sheet Metal Workers Local 20 and SMACNA, the Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, have the most qualified sheet metal and HVAC contractors in the Evansville area. To find a list of our qualified union contractors, visit unionsheetmetalindustry.com.
So after 1-run scores for Evansville in the bottom of the 6th, the Otters with a 4-3 lead going to the top of the 7th. Opening night against Washington Wild Things on the Otters digital network powered by Kruckemeyer and Kahn. Randy Wynn goes back out to the mound in relief after a clean top half of the 6th. First pitch to Hill for a ball.
Yeah, this is Randy's game to win or lose right now. He got that run, and so Rennie's off the hook. Not that he was, because the score was tied 3-3, but he can't get the win, nor can he get the loss.
Two 1 count.
Wow.
A big blast, foul. Right of the foul pole down the right field line.
Did that clear the wall, the outside wall?
No, it bounced.
Okay. That had some life to it when it jumped off that bat. Before you could say Jack Robinson, it was out of here. Well, of course, you say it was foul ball, but not out of the ballpark.
Foul, first base side. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
So everybody, when you hit a home run, they think it's hit out of the ballpark. It's hit out over the fences. Unless you clear that wall, then it's out of the ballpark.
That one's down away, 3-2. Well, we did see a couple of those last year, especially Alejandro Segovia with a big blast over the left field brick wall.
Yes.
Went to the parking lot.
Yeah.
He has some true power. The 3-2. Did he go?
No.
He
Yes,
did.
He
Wow.
did. Wow. He called him out. Boy, that's a tough one.
And good wherewithal there by Villorio to appeal down to the first base umpire on that one.
Yeah. Well, that's about 10 or 11 strikeouts the Otters have got so far tonight, didn't they? Rennie have like 7 strikeouts, and now this guy's got 3.
Rennie had 8 to finish his night and 3 already for Wynn.
Okay, 8 for Rennie.
Strike 1 to Marr. So far tonight, Villorio 2 for 3 night with her RBI.
Yeah, it was that curveball that we were talking about earlier.
The other RBI belongs to Doolin.
Yes, on the ground ball to first base. That went to the shortstop, and then the pitcher couldn't cover it, couldn't find first base.
And for Washington, McEachern with 2 hits. RBIs to Harris and McEachern with 1 himself. 6 walks for Cunningham getting the start tonight for Washington, only lasting 4 innings, but 6 walks. The 3-1 pitch. This is hit out to deep left center. Wells will give chase as well as Long, who will get there. Wells right at the track in front of the scoreboard in left center.
Did you see Wells he took off. I tell you, that's when I used to love to watch Sweeney out there the same way. They know exactly where the ball is. They up it, and they don't look and then run. They run and look at the same time.
Breaking ball down and inside. Good pitch for a strike.
You know, that was the difference between Joe DiMaggio and Willie Mays, two great center fielders, one for the Giants and one for the Yankees. And at the crack of the bat, Joe DiMaggio ran and got there where the ball would land, where Willie Mays would look and see where the ball was going, then run because he had, good speed.
Chopper towards short, coming in. Thomas Fields throws out at first base for out number 3 in the top of the 7th. So win. 2 good innings of bullpen relief, and the Otters carry their 4-3 lead to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here from Bosse Field. This is Evansville Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Kruckmeyer and Kahn.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
We're returning to action here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Toby Thomas to lead off the inning for Evansville. Otters carrying a 4-3 lead here at Bosse Field on opening night. Bill McCune, Preston Leinbach here with you on tonight's call. Fouled back, 0-1, and just a reminder, again with the Otters Digital powered by Kruckmeyer and Kahn, to celebrate your first friend, best friend, or your lifetime friend, your mother. Express your love and appreciation with an exclusive gift from Kruckmeyer and Kahn. Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. Kruckmeyer and Kahn located on Burkhart Road as Thomas hits a fly ball to left center. Harris over to his right from center field to make the catch. 1 down.
I'll tell you, we're not going to miss that shortstop we had last year, not with that guy Thomas out here. I mean, we had a pretty good shortstop last year, but I think Thomas is a much better shortstop so far. Of course, we're going to miss the second baseman quite a bit.
Few players, I think, from that roster last year you can miss. Here's Gardner. Strike 1, low and away. Tremarco still the pitcher on the mound here for Washington.
Well, I miss my buddy Sweeney. I thought that kid had more talent than...
Whew. Peeled down to first. He did not go.
Right.
Defensive swing there from Gardner.
All I keep thinking of is Sweeney, and I think of him hitting one off that scoreboard. Not many people can do that.
Garner pops it up left side of the infield toward the grass. Coming in, the third baseman, Hill, reaches up and makes the catch. Out number 2. So here's Travis Harrison with 2 down. Tremarco with some good work out of the pen for Washington. We're talking about win for Evansville. So has Tremarco.
Yeah.
I mean, the 1 run did score, but overall, not too many opportunities here for Evansville. Nonetheless, there's a strike called to Harrison.
Wow, outside corner, curveball. 2 strikes on Harrison.
2 strikes. As Harrison strikes out to end the inning, as that was a quick 7th, and we're on our way to the 8th. Otters lead 4-3 here on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, powered by Crookermeyer and Kahn.
Proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
From Bosse Field. Keanu Cummings coming in to pitch for Evansville, the Rookie of the Year, who is recognized before the game with his Rookie of the Year honor for his efforts last year across the Frontier League. And he'll come in here in this 8th inning, the lefty for the Otters last year. 4-2 record, 58 strikeouts, 7 saves, and a 1.22 ERA in 50 appearances through the 2017 season. And once again, he returns to be looking to be a reliable arm out of the pen for Evansville.
He had a pretty good year last year, I'll say that. Didn't he at one time have a less than a 1-point average ERA? And then somehow one night they scored about 2 or 3 runs.
So, again, this is opening weekend. Otters will continue opening weekend tomorrow and Sunday from Bosse Field against the Wild Things. Saturday, the Otters will be celebrating Vanderburgh County's 200th anniversary bicentennial night. You get free tickets at any Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library locations. Tomorrow will also be Girl Scout night. Pre-registered Girl Scouts will have a chance to camp out on the field. After the game tomorrow night, which also has a fireworks show following game, just like tonight, as Cummings throws a ball to Fennell. And then Sunday, it's Family Fun Day. For $40, families will receive 4 general admission tickets, 4 popcorn, soda, and snow cone vouchers, and 2 inflatable passes. Tickets are still available at evansvilleotters.com or by calling 812-435-8686. Cummings a little shaky here to start, 3-0 count.
Well, he threw 2 fastballs and 1 slider. So he hasn't been close to the plate yet, unfortunately. That's a strike.
3-1. As the Otters will basically have 3 home series in the month of May. This weekend against Washington. Next weekend, the 18th through the 20th against Normal. And then the 30th and 31st, Wednesday, Thursday, with Wednesday being a doubleheader against Florence at the end of the month. As the count runs full, 3-2.
Yeah, Normal's got a new manager, I see. My old buddy's not going to be there.
Outside, ball 4, a walk to Fennell. So the leadoff walk Here's Roman Collins.
Curveball. High. Didn't have much bite to it either.
Does not get it back into the zone. It's a 1-0 count.
Yeah.
Popped up infield. Cummings helping his infielders out by finding it in the sky. And Harrison comes flying in, having to reach back at the last second to make the catch.
Yeah, overran that one.
While we have a moment, let's take a look at some of the other scores from across the league. In the bottom of the fifth at Gateway, the Grizzlies leading 3-2 over the Boomers. Top of the ninth, Florence leading Joliet 12-6. Top of the fifth, the Miners leading the Crushers 4-1. Windy City leads River City 5-1 in the top of the seventh, and Normal in the top of the sixth leading 9-3.
That was Cummings' best pitch. That was where he was so effective last year on that particular pitch. Fastball's low, but over the plate. Curveball. See, the curveball's not working for him tonight.
Big swing there from McEachern at the plate. 1-2. So that one was a slider going down and away from the batter. Check on the runner at first.
That's the first throw over the first base I have seen in all the exhibition games plus this.
Grounder towards second. Cruz, Fields, flips it onto short. And they will get the out at second. It was on the transfer as the ball bobbled loose from Thomas. So that was going to be a close play with the runner sliding in. They do get the force out, and there's 2 outs.
It would have been a difficult play because it was too slowly hit to execute the double play, in my opinion now. So it's the out.
Batter now, Hector Roa. Roa tonight 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Spolorio pops out of the crouch.
Lewis does a pretty good job behind the plate defensively. Got a good arm, throws the ball to second well. It's just that he lobs the ball back to the pitcher. But other than that, he's a pretty good defensive catcher.
Two one count now to Roa. Keanu Cummings, the pitcher on the mound for Evansville. Two count. Cummings the ball back. Can he get the strikeout? It'll be a fly ball to right center, and it's going to get down right in front of the track, and it'll roll to the track. Wells Fields gets it in toward Cruz, but it'll be deep enough for the Wild Things to tie this game. As it's all square at 4-4. McEachern coming all the way around to score.
It was on a fastball he threw. It went to right center, deep. The relay wasn't too well, but I don't think they would have got him anyway at home plate. But now you got a runner on second base.
So Roa delivers. Here's Medina looking at ball one. Foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Cummings got to keep the ball low.
Foul ball, left field side.
Kid in the red shirt got the ball and in left field.
And for Cummings, I'm sure also part of it is last year, I mean, he obviously could get a lot of swings and misses. Give him a little time to get into the season, get into a rhythm. He might be able to generate a few more, so he may not be fully quite there velocity-wise. Still trying to get the arm going for this season, as that one's fouled back, 1 and 2.
Well, the first game of any season, whether it's in the major leagues or in Frontier League, the stomach is churning a little.
This is lined out to center. It's going to get down in front of Wells. And the Wild Things will take the lead, but Wells got it to home plate on the fly, which allowed the batter in Medina to advance to second.
Well, you saw a pretty good arm. Worked through a runner out earlier in the game, and then this one here, that was a good throw. The only thing is, it was on the fly instead of being a hop. And I don't know, I guess scientists could argue whether taking the hop gets the ball to you faster or in the air. I don't know.
Pollock, swing and a miss, 0-1. And that's in the dirt and gets away from Valorio. Medina to third. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. The 1-1. Pollock rips it, but it will hook foul down the left field line.
Well, in both cases, the last 2 batters had 2 strikes on them when they made contact, and this one 2.
That one might stay
same
fair.
Thing.
As it's gone. Kyle Pollock, a 2-run shot as Ryan Long ran out of room at the left field wall. And the Wild Things continue to not only come back to tie, but also take the lead and then extend their lead. It's 7-4 Washington.
Yeah.
And the Evansville bullpen will get active.
Yeah, 34 is going down to warm up. That will be Sean Johnson from University of Mississippi. For a man that did not give up many runs last year, he's given up a pile tonight.
Little halfway swing for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs across in the top of the 8th for Washington to take the lead. As they have 7 runs on, it was like
8 hits, isn't it?
8 hits, no errors. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Evansville.
And in this inning alone, 2 doubles and a home run.
As now Hill goes opposite field, drifting back long, right in front of the fence, slamming into it to make the catch. Ryan Long. Tough little play, backpedaling for out number 3, but 4 runs for Washington in this inning, and they lead 7-4 going to the bottom of the 8th from Bosse Field. This is Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn.
Local Chapter 16 would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at ibew16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Summer day.
Returning to action, bottom of the 8th. Evansville Otters baseball trailing by 3, 7-4 to Washington here on the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn. Doolin at the plate, down 0-2. Foul ball. I'll play toward the left side. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Doolin. And there's one out here in the bottom of the 8th. And while we have the moment, just a reminder for all your official Otters apparel, be sure to visit the Otters gift shop located in the main tunnel behind home plate at Bosse Field from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on regular days, Monday through Friday, or anytime during an Otters game here at Bosse Field. Get an Otters shirt, hat, or other specialty items, including some new items, novelty items and shirts and apparel in the gift shop. Only here at Bosse Field at the Evansville Otters gift shop. 23 Don Manley Way. As Caleb Eldridge at the plate. Strike 1, strike 2 on the board.
This guy's ahead of everybody. That's a pretty good pitcher when you got 2 strikes and no balls on each batter.
Foul ball pops up and bounces into the Washington dugout.
And did the third baseman hurt himself because he was running full speed? No, he's okay. But he must have twisted his ankle or something because he lost his balance. But he looks like he's okay. He ran back to third base with no sign of an injury. Well, if anyone can hit the ball out of the ballpark, this guy can. Seems I lost that frog. He jumped away on me.
That goes foul down the right field line from Eldridge. He'll walk back to home plate. 1-2 count on the board.
I'm going to predict that 3 weeks, a month from now, he's playing first base. That's a prediction. And what's they may be the DH, I don't know.
Outside, 2-2.
I think, isn't Doolin a catcher as well? Or is it Harrison that's a catcher as well?
Swing and miss, a strikeout. 2 outs here in the inning as Eldridge goes down.
I thought one of them was a catcher. Okay.
The only thing that stays down there is the orange power cable. Just kind of like roll that up and it should be fine.
Well, we have a new pitcher out there, Preston. Number 10.
Davis Atkins coming in to pitch. 6'2", 180, out of Georgia. Was with the Wild Things a year ago. And his numbers last year at 3.38 ERA, 5-1 record in 39 appearances. 50 strikeouts, stealing 25 walks, so that is an exactly 2-to-1 ratio. Yes, he'll come in, the right-hander, and get Evansville down by 3. After 4 runs in the top half by Washington, opening night here at the ballpark. Of course, after the conclusion of the game, post-game fireworks show be on display here at Bosse Field. Yeah, it's Valorio to the plate. A couple of hits already tonight with an RBI. Looks at strike one. Inside for a ball, 1 strike. Yeah, foul ball by Valorio, 1-2. Atkins, the delivery. And he hits Valorio right on the side. That one got away and spun on inside to the right-handed batter and Valorio.
One of our fans just came up to talk to me again and let me know that they'll be listening to us tomorrow night on the phone, on the radio, 91.5 FNM, University of Evansville.
That's right. Tomorrow night we'll be on WUEV as well as the Otters Digital Network. Here's Cruz looking at an 0-1 count with Valorio now at first base. On base for the 3rd time tonight.
What was surprising was Lewis, the last time he was on first base, he stole second or was in the process of stealing.
Fouled at the plate.
That was the famous, if you remember, Lewis was stealing and the catcher hit the pitcher in the face on the throw. So stolen base, but
yeah, that was an odd inning.
It was.
The throw down that by Pollock that hit his own pitcher, and then Valorio had to do a little maintenance tucking in the jersey.
That's right. I forgot that one.
Yeah, as that's fouled at the plate 0-2.
Yeah, he did some maintenance on second base. Well, I didn't see if he slid into second or not because I was watching, the pitcher got hit.
Right, well, I think we all were.
So whatever happened to Lewis going down to second, I don't know.
It's a 1-2 count. Ooh, slider that really got away almost, but nice play by Pollock to somehow snag it.
That was at least, I'm going to say 8-9 feet away from home plate, and he caught it.
And this is a hit down the left field line toward the corner near the track. Valorio will stop at third as Cruz peels on in to second base. As that one just was out of the reach of Hill's glove at third base to the hot corner.
That was a line drive shot down the third baseline, or I should say the left field line. Not third baseline, left field line.
Cruz with a hit and a walk tonight now.
Well, we always can do it. Long got the base hit last time, got the double.
Has some room to work with up the middle as the defense will play back with 2 outs. That one down and in near the shoe tops, brushing along back a little bit. And it's ball 1.
Pollock is doing a good defensive job back there, scooping up those low balls in the dirt.
Ooh, swing and a miss. That was a.
Now you say Pollock caught for the University of Evansville.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do college-wise? Pretty good hitter?
He was more of a
defensive catcher.
Defensive catcher, handling the pitching staff.
Just like he's doing now. Pretty good.
Was drafted out of the University of Evansville. Guess he would have actually, it was probably the year before my freshman year. I still was just going down watching games. Was his last year with the Purple Aces. So he was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in the 20th round in 2014. So I was just graduating high school, but I was already kind of in the mix over there at UE.
Right. You were laying the foundation for your future job over there.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. 2-2 count.
Ooh.
Just did not quite catch enough of the back door, I guess.
All right.
Full count, too long. Good pitch, though. That's saying, no matter what, you always got to tip your cap to the opposing team when they deserve it with good quality play. Foul back to the netting, fought off by Long. Atkins comes set from the stretch. Swing and a miss. He gets Long swinging and missing for a strikeout to strand those base runners. We're through 8. Going to the 9th here at Bosse Field. It's 7-4 Washington leading over Evansville. This is Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network.
Possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Coming back on the Evansville Otters digital network, Sean Johnson making his Otters debut, warming up on the mound now for Evansville, going to the top of the ninth. Otters trailing 7-4. With Bill McCune, Preston Leinbach here with you tonight on the call from Bosse Field on the Otters digital network. Tomorrow night we'll be on WEV 91.5 FM and the Otters digital network. Don't forget to stick around following the game for our post-game show. We'll just run over the box score and just talk about how this one went down and look forward to tomorrow's contest starting at 6:35 p.m. tomorrow night between the Wild Thanes and the Otters.
What time do we go on, though? If tomorrow night we're on 91.5 at UE. What time? 6:15, 6:20?
Yep, about the 15, 20 minutes before.
Okay.
We'll try to hit it right on the nose, but sometimes you just got to put out fires before the game starts.
Okay. Well, a lot of our fans, that are used to listening to us on the radio, driving back and forth to work or home, and we're coming to the ball game, whatever it may be, just tuning in. Plus, when they go on the road, I want to know what time to listen in.
Here in a couple days, we'll have our good friend Sam joining us.
Yeah. Driving in from Pennsylvania.
He'll be graduating this weekend. He'll make the long road trip. Get here, probably take a quick breath or two, and then jump on the bus with the team to head toward Joliet next week. You go one from Johnson to Marr, 0-2 on a swing and a miss.
Yeah, Sam graduates from University of Syracuse. Lives in, I was trying to think of where he lives in Pennsylvania somewhere. So, I guess he'll be taking his clothing out of Syracuse University, moving them home. Mom will be washing the the incidentals, and then put them in the suitcase, and here he comes here. Fresh clothing, washed clothing.
The 1-2, swing and miss, a strikeout for Johnson. Big, tall righty on the mound for Evansville without number 1 as Johnson, 6'7", 230. Out of Durango, Colorado. And very interesting note, his date of birth. He's just 1 year older to the day than I am. His birthday being July 6th, as well as mine. Only his is 94. I'm 95.
Wow. July 6th. Happy birthday.
You're a little early, but I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, but I won't be here.
Where are you going to be? You be on the road somewhere?
Oh, isn't that the All-Star game week?
I think it's the week before. But the team will be on the road, though.
Yeah. So I won't be here. I'll be in Jersey.
One count here. To Harris. I already have my plans for the All-Star break.
You're going to Hawaii?
I wish, no. No, I'll just be going to St. Louis to catch a couple Cardinals games.
Oh.
Did not get to go last year, so I'm making it a point to make it over there this year.
Well, when you're over there, tell the White Rat I said hello.
Alrighty. 3-1 count.
The White Rat was here in 207. Him and Red Shanings, they both threw out the ball.
Wow. Harris to deep right. Garner will watch it go off the bottom of the fencing. He'll throw it back in on a low throw on the relay, and it's a double with 1 out.
Yeah, we had that cancer night, and Red Shanings and Whitey Herzog were both here. Whitey Herzog played in this league in I think it was 54 or 52. I'm not sure, but it was. Anyway, Whitey did play in the league. Of course, I never knew him until he was with the Mets. Yeah, many a night I spent in St. Petersburg with Whitey. He was like the assistant farm director or assistant general manager, and I was scouting for the Royals. And we stayed in the same motel.
Strike called. Batter being McFinnell at the plate. Swing and miss, 0-2. Johnson getting Fiddle to chase. Offer at that one.
Well, who's going to be the closer this year? That's going to be interesting. I'm trying to look. I don't see anybody.
Yeah. Last year, Rainey McCurry was the main closer. Who's going to take that spot? Ooh, a liner caught by Cruz, and he tried to get back to second base to get the runner for the double play, but he's in there safely. But a nice little play there by Cruz, because that was hit very low. That was just an inch off the ground.
That was an outstanding play by Mr. Cruz. And he had the intelligence to immediately go to second base for the double play. So it looks like we may have a pretty good second baseman there, too. I know I like the shortstop.
So here's Collins at the plate. Down away from Valorio. Gets away, but no advance.
You know, Thomas, according to the record here, played with the Birmingham Barons, so that's the American or Southern League down there, and that's a pretty good league, affiliated with the White Sox.
Outside 2-0. Pitch from Johnson. Call the strike, 2-1.
I think it was that was a gift on that particular call.
3-1. Cruz, off-balance throw from second base in time. On a ground ball to end the top half of the ninth. One last chance for the Otters to make some noise. To the bottom of the ninth we go from Bosse Field. Washington leads 7-4. This is Otters Baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV.
Evansville Otters would like to thank Sinorama Evansville for their support this season. Sinorama Evansville is a multi-application supplier of custom-made signs, banners, and decals in the tri-state. Located at 1300 North Royal Avenue in Evansville, Sinorama is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They can be reached by phone at 812-477-7763 and can be found online at sinorama.com/in-Evansville. Sinorama Evansville, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Back on the Evansville Otters digital network, presented by Krickemeyer and Kahn. New pitcher into the game, Zach Strecker, the closer for Washington. And for Strecker last year, recorded 20 saves with a 2.34 ERA last season out of Washington's bullpen.
Well, here comes Mr. Zach Wirtz today, and he has had a bad night. He flied out 3 times and struck out. So, actually, he hasn't hit the ball solidly in any of his, but he's played a great defensive game. I tell you what, I like his defense and center. You know, you go back to the history of baseball, a catcher, second base, shortstop, and center fielder don't have to be good hitters, but good defensive men. And I think we've got the nucleus right now of a good center fielder, Wirtz, and a second baseman in Cruz, and a shortstop in Thomas. So I think we're pretty good defensively.
Pitch to Wells, a strike on the outer half, 0-1. The 0-1 from Strecker. High and inside for a ball, 1-1. Strike 2, 1-2 to Wells. And strikeout of Wells for out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. And Strecker able to get him there. So 2 outs left here for the Otters to start making a run with Toby Thomas coming to the plate.
Pretty good swing on that by Mr. Thomas, but it seems this pitcher has got a pretty good fastball. It's 2 strikes, 2 fastballs, 2 strikes, and Toby hasn't hit the ball yet.
The 0-2. Fair ball down the line.
That's a double.
All the way to the bullpen in left field and in the corner foul territory. So Thomas is on his way, standing up for 2 bags.
And I want to tell you something, Preston, and probably nobody paid attention except Boots. Toby missed first base. He stumbled. He got his feet crossed, and he went right over the bag. He didn't touch first. Boots looked at him. I don't think anyone else noticed it. But anyway, it's a pretty good hit for Toby. That's the second hit of the night.
Here's Gardner. Strike called with the runner in scoring position. The tying run on deck. That being Travis Harrison, right now currently standing on deck. Grounder toward first. Ooh, nice little scoop. Throw in there by Strecker covering at first base as Medina at first off balance making the underhand toss, and Strecker off balance trying to find the bag. So that's the second out. Thomas advancing toward third. So here's Travis Harrison with 2 outs. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Two-0 now to Harrison. Now 2-1 with the strike called. Again, Thomas takes his lead down at third base. Now the tying run being represented on deck by Doolin. Grounder toward third, low throw, but playable for the third and final out of this one as the Otters fall in Game 1 of this regular season against Washington 7-4. Washington moves obviously to 1-0. Evansville 0-1 to start the season. That 4-run eighth, the difference here in this one tonight. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll wrap this one up right after this on the Otters Digital Network presented by Krookemeyer and Kahn.
Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558.
You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 business days before any digging project. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Sheet Metal Workers Local 20 and SMACNA, the Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, have the most qualified sheet metal and HVAC contractors in the Evansville area. To find a list of our qualified union contractors, visit unionsheetmetalindustry.com.
Here on the post-game show from Bosse Field, Evansville falls 7-4 on opening night to the Washington Wild Things. Thank you for joining us all night long here on the Otters Digital Network presented by Krookemeyer and Kahn. Our good partner and friend Bill McCune had to step out early, so we will wrap this one up here solo tonight here on the Otters Digital Network. So the Otters fall 7-4, final line score. Washington 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Evansville 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Looking at the box score, first for Washington. Harris goes 2 for 5, runs scored, RBI. Fennell 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk, as well as a pair of strikeouts. Collins 0 for 4, 2 for 4, ninth run and an RBI for McEachern. Roa, 1 for 4, run scored, pair of strikeouts. Medina, 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, and a walk. Pollock, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs for him. Hill goes 0 for 3, Marr 0 for 4. Pitching-wise, Cunningham, 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 6 walks. Tremarco should and will get the win, 3 2/3, pitching at the time when the Wild Things took the lead. 2 hits, 1 run, 6 strikeouts for him. Strecker will get the save, pitching an inning scoreless in that night. For Evansville, Long goes 1 for 3, 2 walks, 0 for 5 night for Wells, 2 for 5 night for Thomas with a run scored, 1 for 4, run scored for Gardner, 0 for 3, run scored, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Harrison, Doolin 0 for 4, Eldridge 0 for 3, Valorio 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI, Cruz 1 for 3 on the night, the walk. Pitching-wise, Rennie goes 5 innings to the start, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts for him. Win, 2 innings, scoreless with 3 strikeouts. Cummings will take the loss, 3 hits, 4 runs with a walk, and then Johnson, who finished out the top of the ninth with an inning, allowing 1 hit, no runs, and 1 strikeout. So the Otters fall in this one on opening night. They will return to action tomorrow night. As we move on to our player of the game, brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye and Ribs satisfies. Call 812-476-5405 to make reservations. And our player of the game tonight, we'll give it to Valorio, going 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI here tonight. Obviously kind of catapulted the Evansville Otters offense toward the middle part of the game to at least take that 4-3 lead at the time. However, that lead would not hold here tonight. So again, the Otters will return to action tomorrow night from Bosse Field. It'll be a 6:35 p.m. start time against the Washington Wild Things for Bicentennial Night at the ballpark, Girl Scout Night, plus a post-game fireworks show to follow as well. Tickets are still available by calling 812-435-8686 or visiting EvansvilleOtters.com. So, as we wrap this one up, for Bill McCune, as well as our entire Otters Digital Network crew here from Bosse Field, this is Preston Linebox saying so long for now, and until next time, here at the ballpark.